better swag.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
Hopefully you can hear us. Check it on your end because we're using new software right now. Yes, we are good. I messed a little bit up with the intro, but we will fix that for next time. So,
yes,
we're back.
we're back. Oh,
Yeah. Come on now.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna do something really goofy, but I couldn't get it together. Hi everyone.
Hey everybody. We are back in the casita together, and I am stoked.
Reunited and it feels so good.
No.
What?
I'm excited. I'm very happy. We're using new software, using all kinds of new things, so I'm a little bit nervous about how things will move in terms of smoothness, but ultimately, this will be a better experience for everyone involved. So, we're back.
We're back. We're here.
Yes.
Welcome to your morning sip of local news, what's happening in real world mess.
I love how you said, you know what, don't even say it. That part that you halfway gave me.
I know.
That was great.
No. I am Naja Nicole, back in the flesh, ready to go. We got some things to talk about today.
A lot of things.
Make sure that you listen back to the replay of the show on WJVSradio.com, Delaware's own grown folks radio station. Today, we're going to talk about Les Grammys, a wine blowout sale. You heard me correctly, a wine blowout sale. And
if you drink cheap wine, if you're basic, that one's for you.
listen, when you need it,
if you're a wino,
it's going to do what it's going to do.
Fair enough.
Regardless.
I'm not mad. Yeah.
Okay, $5, $10, it's going to do what it needs to be, you know. And what else are we talking about?
Oh, it's Black History Month, so we black, y'all. We black, y'all. We blickety, blickety, blicky black, y'all. She asked me to do that.
I did.
So don't cover your eyes and act like that wasn't asked for.
No, the fact that I had to remind you.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't quite sure where we were.
The one line that you were tasked with.
But I delivered. But go ahead.
Okay, so we're in Black History Month, 2024.
Indeed.
Black history lives, y'all. Black history lives. My graphic.
Oh, I don't. No, we're not there yet.
Oh, we're not?
No. So all the graphics you're going to get today are specifically for the flyers. So yeah, we're not there yet. We gotta work that out. But go ahead. Sorry.
I can't work in these conditions.
Yeah, I understand, but yeah.
Oh, child, the ghetto. Okay, Black history lives. So my Black history lives moment is so the Grammys were yesterday. One of my favorite artists in the entire world is Ella Fitzgerald. So I decided to find out what her Grammy association is. Two of her albums, Ella Fitzgerald sings the Duke Ellington Songbook and Ella Fitzgerald sings the Irving Berlin Songbook, were nominated for Grammys at the first Grammy Awards in 1958.
I love that.
She won for both Best Jazz Performance, Individual, and Best Vocal Performance. And she also simultaneously became the first African-American woman to win a Grammy, and she was the first woman to win multiple Grammy Awards. So, in honor of the Grammys and Black History Month, there's my little fact. What's yours?
So I've been left to do the quotes. So number one, we should know that Carter G. Woodson is the person who officially started Black History Month and made it a thing. So I found it to be appropriate to actually put together a quote, well, not put together, but to read a quote of his that's pertinent to the month. Those who have no record of what their forebears have accomplished lose the inspiration which comes from the teaching of biography and history. That's why we have the month. And I'll say just a couple of words. At the end of the day, for me, it's a celebration. And it's a celebration of all the things that we've accomplished, really here in America, in spite of all that we've, had to fight against. So it's a big celebration for me, and it all boils down to what that quote was. It's about understanding your history, where you come from, and why it's important to, honestly, again, in the back of my brain, Tahira, honoring your ancestors. So,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah.
All right. Flowers. Who are we sending flowers to? So the Soft Girl group. Nataki started this beautiful journey of teaching a group of women about Soft Girl era. We've talked about it many times on the show. We've continued to stay close. And throughout my trip overseas, they have constantly, sent love and prayers and support. And even when I got back home, I was receiving messages and just the same through and through. And just the opportunity to have a friend group, a sisterhood that I could be a part of, that I know no matter what, they're going to be there for me, means so much. So I just want to send love and flowers to all of the women who are part of this group and all those who are learning from the group, and, say I appreciate you so much and thank you.
I feel like, for whatever reason, it's often more difficult for women to find their groups, their little pack. Like, guys just always buddy up and, and I really appreciate what Nataki has put together with that group, because you guys do support each other in all the important ways, and I love to see that.
I love you.
Nataki's just, I love her, so yeah.
This is going to be a longer conversation. I'm saying this specifically for Jay because I know him. So we're just gonna keep it cute real quick and then we'll circle back.
Sure.
Icons Bar.
Darnell.
And Darnell Miller.
Flowers to you, good brother, for saying all that needed to be said.
Flowers to Icons Bar, Manny and them, who took on something, did what they needed to do for their business. Flowers to you. And to Darnell for standing up.
And anyone else who stood up.
And anyone else.
But Darnell, you made
back.
2 comments that we're going to circle back to that were perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
To Best Kept Soul, who are on a cruise right now, singing and performing their behinds off. I love that for them because they really are party starters.
Well, from our end, you realize that it was UGO and Best Kept Soul. Like, that's such a small connection, and I love that because, in my understanding, so Naima, I've sung with her for like 5-6 years at this point, and she's a part of UGO.
Yeah, which is a Philly-based band.
But the best thing about Naima specifically is that she's not only just a phenomenal singer, but she's a phenomenal person who she's always welcoming of new people, and she never makes you feel uncomfortable despite how amazing she is. And she did that same thing with Best Kept Soul, you know what I'm saying? And I love that. So I love all of that. Right.
My God, can you imagine how sore my legs would be from dancing if I was on that cruise? Partying and dancing, because the two of them together, I've known UGO since I was 16, like that group. I sang with them one time, and they are amazing. And Best Kept Soul is like the Delaware version of UGO. And I was able to get them to perform at the 4th of July Festival last year. And they had everybody partying, line dancing at the park. It was just awesome. So flowers to y'all. Flowers to Elize, our girl, for your closing. You listen, you already know how much we love you and love your art and love just who you are as a person. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. So flowers to you, my love. Yeah,
flowers to you specifically, though, also for what I loved about her most recent exhibit, and this is what I love about being an artist, is the clear growth and the clear progress, and the clear reflection, even within a specific painting. Yes.
Because when you make that kind of art, you're allowing people to ask questions. And that means you're opening yourself up. And it's hard to do, no matter where you are in life, age, or, where you are, job or artistry, whatever. Anytime you open yourself up for questions and allow people to see you, it can be scary. So seeing this part of you come out and you being so open to that has been really beautiful.
Flowers and congratulations.
Yes. Yeah. And then also, shame on us for not mentioning this previously, and I'm going to do a better job of this. Hanif, for the Wake Up Wilmington radio show.
I want to try to do his voice, but all I do is ruin my voice. All I'll do is not be able to sing for the next week. But
Hanif, brother, listen, you know how much we love you and what you do for this city and what you do for
your voice and your voice.
Your voice and your voice. So if you guys haven't, make sure you check out his show. so you guys can get a taste of why we love him so much.
He is like, again, he is the show intro voice. Like if you hear that giant bear voice, that's Hanif, and it's fantastic. Yeah.
So yeah, okay. What is going on around the town? So I just want to say I slaved.
Oh my.
I gotta calm down before I slaved over the weekend to get graphics together.
It took her 15 minutes.
No, it didn't. It took me 3 hours.
I've seen you do the process. Like I've
to
seen
make
you.
real graphics with designs.
Oh, we're talking about that. That's a different thing.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And
We gotta add the audio to it. But go ahead.
I did.
No, not what we talked about though. Like
I just want to say that I slaved, and Jay did not say thank you, and he did not include them in the show, and I feel
okay.
underappreciated.
She's literally lying. Because I definitely said, each time a different file was sent in my direction, I was like, 2 thumbs up, thanks, every single compliment. Like I was totally impressed.
What is they in the show though?
And no, because it's not ready yet.
I know, I'm messing with you.
Do you
Calm
see
down.
how light-skinned people act? Like this is why I don't like light-skinned people, because they're privileged and they feel like they deserve something extra when it's just they're doing the same thing that everybody else is. But go ahead.
Yo.
Right.
All right.
I identify how I identify. Thank you.
I identify as hurt right now. All right. Number 4. Image number
Yes.
4.
Oh, yes. Okay, so watch this, guys. Bang. Take that.
Yo. All right. Galentine's party.
Yes.
Celebrate with your gal pals. Friday, February 9th from 5 to 8 p.m. at
Oh, looks great.
Belafonte. Belafonte Vintage.
There's nothing more ridiculous in your Belafonte commentary. Like, it's absurd, but continue.
It's Belfont. I understand.
I don't
need
know
y'all
if
to
you
know.
do, though, because they were like, we've had to mention that place probably 4 times at least over the course of the show, and every time it's Belafonte.
I love it. Sip and shop, fairy hair, bead bar, make and take tastings. I love it. So RSVP at Belafont.
See? She still can't say it. You gave 3 options. You just added a different one that we've never even experienced before. It's not Belafont. It's not Belafonte. It's Belfont.
Stop.
Oh, she can't laugh right now. Sorry.
He's trying to kill me. He's trying to do. Oh my God. Okay. Belfont.
There you go again. One more again.
Okay. Then we have Rebel Soul Night at Icons, Black Hearts Valentine's Weekend, Harvard Road, the Black Mambas, and 3 times free. That starts at 8:30 and it's $10 to get in.
Yep. And to Darnell's point, yes, there's a cover charge because the people involved with putting together the event would like to potentially make some money. It's okay to make money. You know what I'm saying? This art ain't free.
Right.
Continue.
Then we have karaoke night every Thursday, 1909 West 6th Street. No cover, 21 to enter. And then we have Happy Lunar New Year, Friday, February 9th at 6 p.m. Come enjoy delicious and traditional Chinese food.
To be clear, okay, I know that some of you all are asking, like, where have you guys been? Like, the year's been started. I just want to let you know we function on a different kind of calendar. We are progressive. We do our own thing, and we no longer adhere to the Gregorian calendar. We adhere to the Lunar New Year. So it's almost New Year's for Naj and Jay, and we're getting this year started off right, and we are planning properly, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay? And
Fortune cookies in hand. All right?
You're the dragon.
With my jade earrings.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is at the Middletown Library, free to attend, registration
Wait.
required.
What did you just call it? The Middletown what?
Middletown Library. What is it? Library.
If you're going to be from Delaware, you're going to call it the library.
Jade.
It's the library. Let's be clear. What in the world?
See, excuse me for becoming a little more educated.
Oh, all right. People go overseas and suddenly they can't. Like, oh, it's the library now. No, it's the
You don't
library.
remember your
You're
Newcastle
back. You
roots.
are back, cousin. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Mardi Gras Spectacular, Saturday, February 10th. Family friendly, 1 to 5 p.m. Dinner and bar vibes. What is that? What are bar vibes?
It's like a vibe at the bar.
You're either at the bar or you're not. What is bar vibes?
When you're at the bar, it's like a vibe, and they have actually really good drinks there. They have really good drinks there. There's a specific tequila drink that has like this volcanic ash salt. It's delicious. So go and drink, have
Go for
fun.
those bar vibes.
Yeah.
Picos. Baby, we do this every year. Okay, we talk about this every year. We actually gonna go this weekend. Picos, Friday through Sunday, has the $5 wine sale.
$5 wine sale.
Food trucks, tastings, $5 wine while supplies last. 20% off cases of wine, mixed or solid. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Okay. Select wines, 15 to 25% off retail sticker price. So get yourself a $5 wine haul. To go with $20, you'll have 4 bottles of wine that'll last you for the rest of the month.
Well, depending on how much you drink, because it could go a week for some
Drink
people.
responsibly. Drink responsibly. You might see us if you pop up this weekend.
Yeah.
Also, hey everybody. All right. Last thing. I didn't put the flyer in there, but celebration of Black joy at the Milton.
Yeah, I was about to say,
know.
like, now. It don't matter now, does it? Go ahead.
At the Milton Theater. Doors open at 3:00. Make sure you guys go. Unfortunately, I'm not able to perform, but they got a really great singer alongside Jay. It's a beautiful performance, a 90-minute show, and it takes you from the beginning, just go. I can't even really break it down. You just need to go and experience, dance, laugh, sing, cry, and have a great time. And also you'll be supporting local artists.
Let me say a couple more things about that because it's actually really important. Number one, we've been doing the show for at this point like 3 years, I think it's been, and it's really been a show that I genuinely.
We're really evolving.
We're really evolving. We're growing, and it's a show that I really enjoy doing. I will always say that the brainchild or the original idea of this Black Joy concept came specifically from Tahira, and the whole point of the show is to make is to make people understand and experience Black joy, because it's a unique kind of joy when we were in our happy place. And shout out to Benjamin Cannon and Wilmington Ballet for playing a role in bringing us down to the Milton Theater.
Pieces of a Dream.
Pieces of a Dream will be there, and we're gonna have a blast. It's in a beautiful theater, and it's fantastic music. I'm definitely gonna miss singing with Naj, but
Yes, you are.
yes, for sure.
Yes, you are.
For sure. But
You're gonna cry.
I'm going to cry through every song.
He's gonna refuse to go on stage.
I might just snatch the mic from the other person who's going to be singing and be like, I'm singing Better Days, and I'm gonna sing 9. So yeah.
You low-key sang the shit out of that the other day. We were
That's
at
actually
rehearsal,
really funny.
and I couldn't sing, and he had to sing for me, and he's like, I think I can do it. That man sang every line, note for note, beautifully in his upper, in his head voice. Child, I looked at him like, nigga, this is my song. What are you doing? You're supposed to just be faking it. What's wrong with you?
That's hysterical.
Okay,
Yeah.
really quickly, I want to go over this. So,
You skip one.
what? Oh, yes. Okay. It wasn't in my thing. Why isn't I sent it to you? Sharon Sable.
Shay Shay Ron.
We adore her. Jazz Quartet, February 11th at The Room at Cedar Grove. Make sure you guys check that out. And you can find all of these events on Facebook in the events section.
Yeah, we love Shay Shay Ron's voice. It is smooth
Yes.
and as relaxing in a good way as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say this really quickly. I've been home for a little bit now. I unfortunately got super sick when I was over there, and I came home, and I am now recovering from pneumonia.
She been smoking a whole lot of weed, and that's why she's coughing like that now, because she got black lungs. No, that's not true. That's that weed cough. You know what I'm saying? That's that weed cough.
If I pass out
That's that new
right
that's
now,
that's that Newcastle
because of
dirt
you.
weed cough.
Would you shut up? Jesus. So yes, I'm recovering from pneumonia, and for those who are watching who I know have texted me, I love you. Just know I needed some time to get myself together. But I am home. We're good. I'm recovering. I'll be healthy soon and back out here living life. And
I love how the first time you might see us back in public is at the liquor store.
Jay. Oh God.
I'm just saying. Starting the new year off right. You know what I mean? It's literally the fact. Like our first public appearance upon your return for the start of the year of the dragon, we'll be at the liquor store for some $5 wine. In Belafonte. Like, bruh. We're trying to elevate and improve our appearance in these streets, and we show up for the $5 liquor at Belafonte.
I cannot.
Level up, level up, level up, level up.
Oh my God. Oh man. I missed y'all. I missed my show. Okay. Neighborhood tea. I'm gonna have to keep coughing.
Okay, that's fine. What am I reading? That's okay. I'm helping out. Neighbor, where are we?
Right there, referendum.
Okay. So the first thing that we want to just kind of encourage everyone to do is there are several school district referendums coming up over the course of this month specifically. So Brandywine, Red Clay, and Colonial all have school referendums. If you don't know what a referendum is, it's basically the school district is in need of more of your tax dollars in order to sufficiently pay for all of the things that it has to pay for. And in the event that the referendum doesn't pass, things have to get cut. Staff gets cut. Programs get cut, you lose things that you need. And nobody wants increased taxes, I get that. But none of the numbers are significant that it's gonna really impact you. And we buy so many things. We place our money in so many different places that we don't need to. You know, if it really is something that is difficult for you to manage, if a higher tax impacts you, really consider cutting back something else, because from my end, nothing matters more than the public school system educating our babies properly and getting what they need and having the teachers and the counselors that they need.
Yeah.
The date specifically for Brandywine is 2/13, okay? So go to the Brandywine site, look up where to vote, okay? Brandywine's 2/13. Red Clay is 2/28. Colonial is 2/29. These are really, really important things. So vote for your referendum. And while we're on that tip, since I got it and you're still maybe half coughing, you're chilled. But it's school counselor week this week. So I think it's maybe just Delaware. I don't know. But either way, if you're in Delaware, all the school counselors, this is their week to celebrate, for you to celebrate them. So, whoever your school counselor is, say hi, maybe buy them some coffee, buy them some donuts, send them some flowers, do nice things for them, because I know firsthand how much that the counselors do for our kids daily. They work just as hard as anyone else and in a different capacity. I know it's not the same grind as being in the classroom, but counselors, they do a lot, and they really play a huge role in how the school runs. So, thank your school counselor this week.
Yeah. Listen, a card with a loving note goes a long way. It just shows that you are here and that you see what they're doing and you appreciate the work that they're doing. It helps motivate people to do the right thing for the kids. Because sometimes you got the people who just there for the paycheck. Fortunately enough, we know people who are there because they actually love the kids. So having those little reminders are great.
Yeah.
Okay, Art Loop. You want to pull up the screen? You want to pull up the post or?
No.
Okay, so Art Loop happened, and someone posted like, "What's up? Like, what's happening?
The math ain't mathin'.
The math ain't mathin'," right? And a lot of other people felt the same way. And what I can say is, it's important that when you have a gallery, that you utilize all means to get the word out for the artists and for your venue, that you're having an opening gallery and that it's recurring. A lot of people think that Art Loop, you go that one time and that's the only time the artwork is there, and then you forget about it until the next one. But it's important that we continue to remind people throughout the month, hey, this artist is going to be here till this date. It's important to engage with the people who come to those Art Loop events as well. So just having the gallery and some crackers is not enough. It's important to have your artist there, or at least some visual where they're speaking. It's important to have an activity to engage the people who are coming in, to say, okay, hey, this is really fun, or this is important, or this was inspiring. You know, unfortunately, a lot of the venues are on their own. So one thing that I would suggest is to collaborate with the other venues. Yes, you have them posted on, what is it, in Wilmington or out and about, whichever one. They post the venue spaces, but that's all they're doing. So it's important, and they're putting on their social media. That's important too. But engaging on social media, setting up something where you're talking back and forth to other venues, maybe connecting the artists, maybe sending the artist for one exhibit to the next and the other one over, and they're talking about each other's art. There are a lot of things that you can do to engage, to make it a continued conversation. Because unfortunately, like I said, the venues are on their own.
I think that fundamentally the sort of point that I would like to try to make is that, number one, you know, Delaware, we really started the whole Art Loop thing. If you
We did.
So number one, that's us. And number two, it's really, I think the people who are frustrated with it understand that there's a tremendous potential that isn't being met. And art loops can be very powerful. Like the ones in Philly that are well functioning, they really make a difference, and they really do add to the culture. And it really, it's about art and more. It's about community. It's about bringing all kinds of different artists together.
Yes.
And we all know that we have a talented community. And I'm really hoping that even this simple, you know, couple of minutes that we're putting towards this discussion, sort of brings together, you know, people like Nataki, people like Michael Kalmbach, people like the city of Wilmington, so that they can all kind of get on the same page and really work together for the greater good of the arts community. And however you cut it, however you slice it, I don't know why I bit my tongue this time by saying I would slice it. Like, why did I not say it this time? The arts add to the economy. You know, you have people coming to the Loop, then they go eat. Then you have people coming to the Loop, and then they might stay overnight.
Or they eat, then go to the Loop, and then they go drinking, you know?
And maybe they stay overnight at a hotel, you know what I'm saying? They use Uber, all these things. So it's a conversation that should be had. You know, we're not visual artists, but we would love to see that community specifically figured out, because it's good for everybody. Yeah.
And don't be afraid to step outside of the norm of having your own reception. Like, you can always partner with restaurants. I mean, it helps both of you, you know, like, I'm just throwing this out there as an idea. This is not an example of something that's actually happened, but just ideas. If there is a gallery that is somewhere near or walking distance of Chelsea's Tavern, reaching out to Chelsea's Tavern, hey, I am showcasing this artist. Would you be willing to do a slight discount if they showed proof that they were at my gallery, and you cross promote or something like that? There are tons of people with catering businesses, food trucks, and a lot of people have utilized that, you know, having the food trucks posted outside of their venues. The same exact thing, you know, the people who sell jewelry, or there's all different ways to collaborate so that your gallery, your artist, your artwork is exposed to different audiences. And also step out of your normal audience. Something I've learned recently, that I'm trying to learn and like really stick to. You cannot rely on your friends and family to keep your business afloat, to keep your artistry going. You have to step outside of the box.
To that point, I've always said that until you're walking out as a musician, until I'm doing a show and I walk on the stage and I recognize almost no one, that when I walk onto the stage and I don't know anybody out there, that's how I know I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Like when I can go to Philly and get on stage, I'm like, wow, it's just a crowd of people who I've never met. That's what you actually want. You cannot rely on your friends. Not because they're not reliable, but that's not like they can't sustain you.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
You know?
Like you have to, Delaware artists in this arena, the Wilmington, area, we have this horrible habit of sticking to where we know and what we know. And that is what holds a lot of us back. There are a lot of talented folk here who could be doing so much more, but they're staying loyal, which is great, but it's not going to help you grow.
You got to do both.
You got to do both. Mm-hmm. So that's something that I've learned very recently. That was a hard pill to swallow. So, okay, what's happening around the world and in the celebrity world and all that stuff? As we said earlier, the Grammys happened. Oh, you know what? Before we get into that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes, before we get into that.
Because this is local.
Icons Bar, formerly the Oddity
Roll
Bar.
my sleeves up.
Formerly the Oddity Bar. And baby, I got screenshots.
No, we got receipts.
I got receipts. And I just want to say real quick.
Before you go into that, we're wilding right now. One quick second.
What?
If you like this Naj and Jay hoodie that I happen to be wearing, let us know because we can make them available for you. And I love this hoodie. It was actually given to me by Naj as a gift for my birthday. And we're going to start getting the paraphernalia ready. And we want to make sure we show this off. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So real quick, I just want to get into this and talk about how ridiculous some people are. So Icons Bar, formerly the Oddity Bar, posted that they changed their name, they changed their logo, they also did a lot of renovations, and they respectfully removed items that very respectfully that were tied to Oddity Bar, so that they can become the bar that they are now. So respectfully that they were on Facebook selling and giving things away to people who cherished those items. Where most people, like these developers that y'all just, be allowing to come up in the city and do whatever, they just throw shit out. But these people said, you know what? We understand that this was a part of the community for a long time. Here, I hope that this, sits somewhere well in your home, and I hope this makes you happy.
Preserve your history.
There you go. So as businesses do, they decided to do what suits their business.
I'm not going to Walgreens anymore. I want to go to Happy Harry's. That's it. If I can't go to Happy Harry's, Walgreens can kick rocks. Continue.
Listen, the way that these people were on the post on Icons Bar.
Being disrespectful though. It's okay to be heartbroken about losing your spot. I'm not mad about that.
Listen, I had to check Home Depot to see if they had run out of pitchforks and tiki torches. Because it was getting ridiculous. Okay? It was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, can I say names? Yeah, because you can go onto Facebook.
No, don't. We don't have to.
Somebody posted, well, you fully killed whatever was left of Oddity with this trash concept. After 1984 closed, it was just a matter of time before someone came and ruined Oddity.
Oddity was sold well before Manny bought it. And you know why Oddity was sold? Because the patrons, as far as I understand, weren't bringing in enough money to sustain Oddity. So,
right.
As business works, you see something that you look for a space to purchase. You look for a space to purchase that already kind of has the basic things that you need.
But wait, can we just zoom in on that part real quick? They looked for a space to purchase. In order to purchase a space, it has to be available to purchase, which means there was nothing there. Nothing was happening.
So when you buy something, it's not your responsibility to keep it as it is. Like, it's not your job. You bought the space and you want to do something. Maybe you decide, you know what, Oddity fits specifically within how I envision a bar and venue to be. Or then you're like, no, you know what, this isn't really what I want to do, and I own it, and I want to do my thing with it, and this is what we're going to do. I don't do anything.
Another comment was, so you moved in, alienated the people who liked going there, changed what people liked about it, and gave it the most generic name possible.
No, the place was sold because it wasn't able to sustain itself. Someone else bought it. And because it didn't work, they changed. Because you know what the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and hoping that you get a different result. So if it hasn't worked twice, maybe we should do something different, Hoss. Go ahead.
Someone who was in favor said, you people sound ridiculous.
You people.
They bought a bar, not a museum. Nor do they owe any of y'all anything. Simple solution is, how about you go get your own bar and make it how you want it?
Yeah, if you want a bar with a deer head and, you know, do that. Do your thing, bro. We're not stopping you. But, like, what you're not going to do is act like the person who bought this place has some responsibility to you specifically. And what you're not going to do, quite frankly, is hope that a young black or brown, whatever he is, man, in this city fails just because you don't like what he did with the place.
Yep.
We're not having that. Ever. And I'm not trying to act like I was some huge, like, you know, I don't know Manny particularly at all, but we've both done some shows there, done some stuff there, and have had good experiences. And I know that some people haven't had good experiences there, and that's fine. We understand that. But in terms of how my interactions and experiences have been there, it's been great. And we just wish this young brother success, period, point blank.
Right.
You know, we don't want any business to fail. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, there hasn't been any negativity coming out of there.
No.
Since
there's been one thing, but that wasn't even.
That's not his fault.
It's not his fault, and he did his best to clear it up.
Right.
Yep.
So can we take a minute to acknowledge that? There are so many places and things that happen throughout the city where people, you know, things should be shut down. You know, people should be put out of business. But so far,
to the point where I'll say this, like, I went there to a full-on, it was a memorial sort of service, but this was like a hardcore biker event, like bikers. Like, I ride a motorcycle, but I'm not in like a club, you know what I'm saying? I don't live that life. And I went there specifically to do my music, which is far outside of biker music, you know what I'm saying? And not only did I feel completely safe and have a good time, but all the crazy bikers there, like, they fully paid me attention and like listened and enjoyed it. So it was a great vibe. I have nothing negative to say.
And I literally have seen every genre there. There's been country music. There's been like, what do you call it? Like techno, what do they call that? BDM or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
BBL.
Why are you like this? There's been rock, all of that. Real quick, Darnell Miller said, "Let's just keep it a bean." When you
made Darnell say, "Let's keep it a bean," when you made Darnell be like, when you make him take the gloves off and be like, "Nah," you've done a lot.
Okay, let's just keep it a bean. A few white folks, just a few, are upset that their spot is not as exclusive as it used to be. The minute Manny and Napoleon walked in the doors of ownership, assumptions were made without people checking it out. There is a small undercurrent of racism involved. Y'all know Delaware is low-key racist. Not low-key. Not low-key.
Like, high-key. But go ahead.
My God.
Yeah.
And don't come for me because I know Pat very well. I spent many nights at Oddity Bar when Pat was owner and played there many times as well because Pat created an atmosphere of inclusivity, which is still happening at Icons. The vibe got exclusive when he sold it the first time. Now it's getting to its original atmosphere. And whatever the owner decides to do is their business if it makes them happy. Go create a solution, please.
And that's why we gave you flowers,
Okay.
Darnell.
Yes. So I don't know what's wrong with people. I swear. You know what it is? Y'all bored. Get off the interwebs and go take a walk. Go walk dogs. You know what? The animal shelter always needs people to walk the dogs. You can go to the hospital and become a baby cuddler. I think you need a little love in your life. Just hug you up a little baby.
But what you're not going to do is hope that the brother fails.
That's wrong. What's wrong with y'all? I hope your favorite sandwich shop stops selling your favorite sandwich.
She stuck her tongue out.
Okay, now mapping the mess around the world.
Next week there might be a graphic for that. Go ahead.
The Grammys. So Jay-Z was the winner of the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, but his acceptance speech was 10 toes down about his wife. And basically was like, nah, y'all whack. How you have the most Grammys and never won Album of the Year? Mind you, I will say there are 2 albums specifically that I felt like should have won Album of the Year for her. And, you know, it is what it is. But he also had his daughter standing right next to him. And as a mother of a 10-year-old who gets easily embarrassed by the way that I talk, the way that I dress, the way that I sneeze, I know she was up there mortified. And it was very awkward because I don't believe Jay-Z is a public speaking type of guy. But yeah, I thought it was really dope that he stood up for his wife. Beyonce was standing there like, yeah, that's right. That's right.
You didn't think that she looked kind of uncomfortable too? Like,
No.
Where is he going with this?
So here's the thing. Beyonce always looks uncomfortable in public. When she's not on stage, she just always looks uncomfortable to me.
Okay.
But this actually, she just looked like, yeah, yep, this is why I won't perform for y'all. Y'all broke anyway.
It was interesting to see Jay-Z be awkward. It was kind of shocking to me. I think his points.
He said accolades.
That's
I just
fine.
want to put that out.
His points were definitely valid. And it's weird to me that like Beyonce and Taylor Swift always have this weird, it's not a rivalry, but there's always this like, it's kind of like it just doesn't go away. And I understand that they're just 2 big names and they're both, it's a weird dynamic that you would think eventually would stop. And I hope it does because they're very unique. They're totally different artists, number one.
Yes.
And Beyonce definitely deserves an Album of the Year. Like, I don't know when that will happen.
Times.
Like, I get it. And it's just a weird dynamic that really shouldn't even be, but yeah.
Yeah. And then Victoria Monet won Best New Artist, Best R&B Album, and Best Engineered Album. And she, in her speech, talked about being a seed and LA being like soil and that she is just now sprouting after a 15-year fight for being in the industry. And I thought that was really beautiful. I will say I was very disappointed in the media prior to the Grammys airing because what they decided to focus on was the fact that she is a queer woman. And this has been, I think, she holds the record for a queer woman. What is it? It's like, I can't remember how they said it, but basically she has the most nominations for a woman who is queer. That's what they decided to highlight prior to the Grammys airing, which was really irritating. And then, of course, people heard that and they jumped into her personal life and she's married with a child. And they're like, well, how can this? First of all, her being queer has nothing to do.
It's just irrelevant.
With her. It's so irrelevant. But that's what.
Well, Gayle King was bringing that up, right?
Listen, I'm about tired of Gayle.
That's what
I'm about tired of Gayle. Like the Oprah wannabe is really.
Well, never mind. I'm not gonna go down this path right now. But she's not an Oprah wannabe. She's of that same vein, quite frankly.
Listen,
but
all I know is that was really irritating, and I'm glad that she won because that now trumps all of the crap that they talked about prior to her being given the award. She's extremely deserving. She's very talented and beautiful, and I can't wait to see what she does with the rest of her career.
Yeah, just what matters is her music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Diary of Alicia Keys. She won Best Immersive Album, which has to do with surround sound. So you said it's like an engineering thing.
I feel like it's more of an engineering feat, but Yeah.
So She re-released Diary of Alicia Keys for the 20th anniversary and added 7 new songs. I didn't even know she did this, so I'm gonna go back and listen. Everybody knows that album is like one of the albums. That's got the one thing, what you don't know my name, that everybody loves that song. So I will say, prior to me knowing that it was has to do with surround sound, but even with me knowing that, I do feel like not unfair, but I really wish they would have dug a little deeper and found a more current body of work to give that award to, because Alicia has everything that she needs. Her engineers and her writers and all that, they have everything they need with the original content and the content that they have continued to make. Whereas there are new artists that are coming up who need the Grammy nominated and Grammy award winning title to continue to grow in the industry. And this, this being a 20-year-old album, whether it's re-released or not, like, can we move on? It's the same thing with the whole, and I know I'm gonna get some flack for this, but the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Y'all got to move on. There's new music. There's
Oddity
new people.
is to icon now.
Oh my God. Like, I need y'all to, like, I know these albums touched your soul.
But we have to grow, children.
We have to evolve.
Yeah.
So, I mean, congratulations, but I really want the industry, the Grammys, all the award shows to step into finding these new artists and congratulating them on the work that they're doing.
And speaking of evolving, I'm going to jump in here with this. So, Killer Mike and his evolution as an artist and as a rapper.
Real quick, best rap album, best rap song, best rap performance.
So, I could not be more on the outside of pop culture. The new artist who you just mentioned, I have no
Victoria
idea.
Monet.
I have no idea who she is, and that's me. That's my fault. No.
Oh, my.
Oh, I know that. Okay, I know who that is then. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I have heard the song, but I have no idea who she is. It is rare that I even buy music at this point, and I saw the buzz about Killer Mike's new album, and I was like, I saw a couple of opinions who I really respect, and I was like, boom, I'm gonna buy it. I have worn that album out to the point.
I can attest to that.
It's all I listen to, and I'm talking about, like, you talking about people being in their ways, like oddity. Killer Mike. That's all I've played for the past, like, since last summer, since it came out. Like, I am locked into that album.
And it is good.
And it's really good, and it's still evolving in my brain. And I need to say this. What I love about it specifically, a couple of things. Number one, is it's an old head. You know what I'm saying? Old head. Like, he has evolved, because if you know Killer Mike, like, way back when Outkast was really popping in the 90s, like early 2000s, like, he had a really good verse on an Outkast song. And it was good. And he's had his own success as a solo rapper, but, like, he's gotten better. So
yeah, there are a few songs that I heard that pretty dope.
Amazing album. And what I personally love about it, one of the most blessed parts about my existence was the fact that I was able to live in Atlanta and go to school in Atlanta right when Southern hip hop was exploding. And I saw that explosion. Was so funny. Go ahead.
Jay.
Go ahead.
He is the most country, like, the country ghetto nigga in the world, and, like, lived in Delaware all his life. And let me tell you, he wear that. I went to school in the South when Southern rap was popping like a badge of honor. Let me tell you something. You would thought he discovered it himself.
I loved. There's nothing like it was the perfect time for me. It was wonderful, and part of what has always been missing for hip hop. So what that album for me is me going from the age of 19, 20 and really enjoying real Southern hip hop, the quality stuff like Dungeon Family, Outkast, Goody Mob, CeeLo when he was only rapping, singing a little bit. To watch that turn into a 40-year-old, 50-year-old man, to see that progression, to have that same vibe, that same super manly but very musical hip hop vibe come out of a grown ass man. It's so meaningful because he talked about, I used to be a drug dealer and I'm not proud of that, but now here I am doing this. And him, you know, talking about his regrets, talking about, you know, the girl who he got pregnant, where she didn't get into, all of these things, the way that he deals with family members in his family who have dealt with addiction, all of these things, losing his mom, losing his grandma, talking about it as a grown man in a sound that I relate to in a very, the same way that people are connected to Oddity, that nostalgia, to see that nostalgia and that beauty maintained for decades and come back in a new form was really beautiful for me. So I'm super stoked to see that sound modernize and get the credit that it deserves, and I'm super stoked to see an old head doing dope work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He also, he was arrested at the Grammys.
I think it was a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Some kind, I don't know if he slapped somebody, pushed somebody, or what.
So this is just, let me just say, this
Leave
goes
us old heads
to
alone.
show, okay?
We still got it.
Listen, I can still rap, I can still beat some ass, like.
However you want it. Like, we can go back to
Just let me know
2000
which
if you
way we
want.
going.
Like 100%. Yep.
So, congratulations to all the Grammy winners, all the good stuff. So yeah, I found something online that I just had to talk about because I think it is so funny. There, on my timeline, I think it was on like one of the Shade Room or on site, I don't know, but this Christian club page popped up.
I should have pulled the video up, but go ahead.
And they were promoting Christian club. Now, exactly what I'm saying, Christian club, like the religion, being a Christian. And they said, we have nowhere we can go.
You can go to church.
We have nowhere we can go.
Church.
To have fun.
Church.
In our Christianity.
Church.
So we're going to create, we're creating Christian club. There is complete modesty, no inappropriate dancing, no drinking, no drugs, no promiscuity, no inappropriate behaviors. And if any of those things are violated, you will swiftly be removed.
They talk about the sin of the mind, you know what I'm saying?
There's no temptation. There's no temptation. And it's where they can go and dance.
The only place where there's no temptation is the
done.
restaurant on 896 that went away.
Where they can dance and fellowship and practice worship with other Christians who also want to date. They want to feel safe at the Christian club in LA.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was in LA. That's even funnier.
I just want to say that it was super triggering for me to read all of that and to see the posts and the comments.
Go into this. Why?
Because from my experience, I unfortunately have had many occasions where people have proclaimed to be a devout Christian and have passed judgment on me or friends of mine or family members so harshly, only to be doing the same or worse. And it irritates me because having fun, like it's the way that they're promoting it. It's almost as if we're less than you. Like, I mean, we're less than them. And anyone who doesn't attend Christian club or anyone who doesn't understand what we're trying to do can go to hell. That's what it sounds like.
Well, you will.
It's just extremely judgmental. It's judgy, like very judgy vibes. It's giving judgy vibes, and I don't like that.
I want to know specifically in there. Like, I want to see someone get kicked out so that I can watch what the line is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the two-step is cool, you know what I'm saying? A little two-step, little da-da-da-da-da, you know, all right, cool. But then if you start doing a little bit of hip into it like that, now we're going too far. Like, when it, because you can walk that line so quickly.
Yes.
And is it like, all right, you just twist your hips one time, homie, you know what I'm saying? But that's three twist hips, beat it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I saw how you looked at her.
And I also want to know,
because like here's the facial expressions, right? Like
right. Don't bite your lip.
don't bite, don't stick out your tongue. Do not.
And the other thing is,
Don't. Well, you can't do that.
like, are we also giving classes, or is there an understanding of how to approach people if you want to date? Like what is that conversation? We're at church club, Christian club. We're not.
See, what I would do is be like, hey, okay, how can I contact you after this event? Because after this event, we're going to the club.
But what did you? But wait.
Yeah. I met you at the Christian club.
Oh my God. So yeah, I think it's a bit triggering for me. I really don't like the people who are like, this is unacceptable, and God, first of all, God love
They got to
me.
do like a gospel
God
remix.
love me the way I am.
They got to do a gospel remix to Love in His Club. You know what I'm saying? 100%. That would be killer.
And the other thing is, for me, worship is very personal. Worship is like emotional and personal. I am not gonna be in no club worshiping.
Hold on. See, I was worshiping your thighs.
Ew.
I was worshiping.
I'm gonna need you not to go
It's
there.
personal, baby.
I just want to know, would y'all go to Christian club? Hold on. For all the single people who may be watching, if you are religious and you are looking for that partner in life, when you go to Christian club, abide by all their rules, and do you think that you will find you the perfect
I just saw you in the
godly
pants,
partner?
and I felt like I was closer to God.
No, you can't do that. There's no promiscuity, no, all modesty, like modest eyes.
God can be found anywhere.
Let me see your modest eyes. Give it to the camera.
Hold on.
No, that's not modest.
It's not my. Okay, hold on.
No.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Let's get this right. Hold on.
No modesty. I mean, you got a complete modesty. No promiscuity. No gyrating. No inappropriate behaviors.
Yeah, I'd fail. Kicked out.
Oh, listen, and
I've been kicked out of clubs, so I'm not gonna fail.
We're not gonna go into that today. Oh God. Okay. Rest in peace to the former Bob Marley bassist Aston Barrett. He played with the Bob Marley band for many years, and he leaves behind 41 children, 23 daughters, and 18 sons.
Be stroking.
Listen, I'm overwhelmed with 3 children.
I'm overwhelmed with 2.
41? 41.
Yeah.
And you know what? Somebody said in the comments, that's them Jamaicans. What? Is that really a thing? It is? I've never dated a Jamaican, so I don't know.
That's why. Yeah.
What do you mean that's why?
I mean, nothing. I don't mean anything. I mean, nothing at all.
41 children.
Yeah.
I want to know how many baby moms.
I'm gonna guess between 20 to 40.
That's a graduating class.
Yeah, it's impressive.
My God, 41. My body hurts right now thinking about that. Well, rest in peace, and your legacy surely will live on.
I feel like we do need to also, not seriously, but seriously, Carl Weathers. Rest in peace, Action Jackson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Rocky 4, Rocky 3, The Predator. Excuse me? Someone's talking to us and I don't know who
Siri's
they are.
talking to you.
Oh no. That was weird. I don't know why that happened. No, but rest in peace, Carl Weathers. Like Action Jackson, Apollo Creed, and The Predator. Like I love that guy. And like all the commentary that I've seen, after he's passed has kind of reaffirmed what everyone felt about him, is that he's just a really good guy. Like no shade, nothing. I was like, man, this was just a great family guy, a fun dude, and I was a little bit sad when I found out that he passed, for sure. Yeah, I love that dude.
Well, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And then last but not least on the docket, our Florida Man segment.
Yes, take it away, Naj.
Okay. Florida man steals Snoop Dogg bobblehead, but later has a change of heart. Okay, a Florida man stole a pricey piece of memorabilia from a Fort Myers restaurant, but later does a...
But later does a 1, 2, 3, and to the 4 and brings it back.
Someone actually wrote that.
Well done.
They actually wrote that. The man walked out of Cantina Laredo in Fort Myers with a Snoop Dogg bobblehead. The figurine. Let me just say, the man was going to grab a mint as he was leaving, and sitting next to the mint bowl was a 43-inch.
It's gonna be like
a 43-inch.
Probably about here.
Bobblehead.
Probably about there.
Of Snoop Dogg. And instead of grabbing, I'm sure he needed the mint, he decided to put it back, like many of these people out here. For some reason, nobody decides to buy gum or mints or take them when they're offered, which that's another conversation. He decided to grab the 43-inch giant bobblehead and take it home. I just want to know, what possesses you to grab something so large as if no one can see you?
That's probably how it feels to be in the Christian club. Like you got possessed to grab something large and it was out of my control.
Oh my God. He was caught, and he was supposed to return the 43-inch toddler-sized bobblehead. And he was supposed to return it to the police station, didn't show up there, and instead tried to sneak it back into the building in which he was caught, because you have a 43-inch toddler-sized bobblehead replica.
I'm gonna see all of that.
Of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
I just want to know, did he just pick it up and like, did he have a jacket or something that he put over it, and then he like walked out?
I hope it was just egregious. Like he just had it out, like bobbling around, trying to get out of the place. You know?
Like, oh, you know what? I need a mint. Let me take a...
Never mind. Squirrel!
So what he heard was Snoop.
100%. I love it.
All right, guys. That is the end of today's show. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
I missed you.
Yeah, happy to have everything back together.
That was a moment. That was a moment.
I'm not good at those, but I said clearly I'm glad to have you back. You know, that everything's back together. Oh boy. We're gonna have some other stuff coming from Naj and Jay this week.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. And the next few weeks are gonna be packed. And I don't know, what else should we tell people to look forward to?
You know, just us being out and about from time to time. When I'm 100% better, you know, we'll be in full swing. But what I would love, if possible, if you could share and comment and like and all the stuff. But also, if you have anyone you want to highlight, any new businesses, any birthdays, anything that you want us to talk about on the show, even if you ran across an article and you were like, you know what, they should talk about this, please shoot us a DM, a Facebook message. You can also email us at Naj, the letter N, N-A-D-J, the letter N, J-E-A, show@gmail.com, because we're always looking for things to talk about on the show. Or if you see us in person, like, hey, I sent you an email. Hey, I sent you a DM. You know, let us know. We're excited to keep going.
Watch this. You ready? All right, we'll see you guys later. Watch this. Look at the screen.
Love you guys. Bye.
Look at the screen.
What? What am I looking at? What? Oh, God.